Hey everyone, it's Evangeline here at etrailer, and today we have the Titan Chain Ladder Pattern Snow Tire Chains. These are going to be your low profile tire chains, and we'll take a look at how they fit our 2023 Honda CR-V. First, check what type of tire size you have on your Honda CR-V. The one we have here is 235/60R18. I know there's different options, so make sure to use our fit guide here at etrailer. Select your tire size and then find the cable chains for you. These are going to be very low profile, so they're great if you have limited wheel well clearance, which we actually do on this vehicle. So these are ladder style tire chains, which means that the chains go across the tires. Compared to your diamond pattern chains, ladder style is definitely more traditional, but it does require connections in the back as well as the front. These are going to be cable chains as well. So there are some rollers that cover our cable chains, which makes it more low profile and an easier or smoother ride comparatively. These rollers are made of a low carbon steel, which means that they are designed for durability, but not as much of an alloy for corrosion resistance. So if you're using this for more than one season, just double check them and make sure they haven't cracked off or rusted through. So if you're expecting light snow and you want an easier ride, this is going to be good for that. If you have a lot of snow or even some ice, I would recommend upgrading your chains to something that has some square links. There is a diamond pattern tire chain from PWAG that could be preferable for those more extreme situations. Your tire chains are going to arrive as a set of two, so drivers and passenger side, in this bag. The material of this is similar to what you would find on a tent or for tarpaulin material. I personally would recommend maybe getting a tote, because once you roll up the chains, it's hard to fit them back into the bag if you want to reuse them. So if you are required to carry around Class S chains because of that limited well clearance, this is a good option actually, because it is very low profile and those rollers do not take up much space. On the other hand though, they are really tricky to install. So that is something worth considering on whether you can reach around your tires or if you have to crawl underneath your vehicle. So with that install process, let's take a look at that. Once you get your tire chains, I highly recommend just laying them out on the floor, double checking that everything looks good, and then getting familiar with how to install a tire chain before you're stranded by the side of the road. Now, one thing we're going to take a look at here is making sure it's facing the right way. We've got the lever on that outside corner. We also have it facing up. Notice that hook, there's actually a hook here, and when you flip it around, that hook is flat. So you want the flat portion on the ground, because then you lift it up onto your tire and the hook is facing away from your tire. This now goes up and over your tire. Try to get an equal amount of chain on each side before making your first connection in the back. So get the links into your hook and see how they have stoppers there in the back. So we're going to go in from the back through the larger portion of the hook. And since it's already a tight fit, we only need to get one or two in there. The front connection looks similar, but with an extra step. So you get those links through, and then once you have it through the stoppers, you then push down on the lever. So if you feel the chain tensioning, you know you have enough tension. And if you don't feel like it was difficult enough, go ahead and put another link through. If you find yourself with a lot of excess chain, then you do have this keeper, which you can fit it into so it doesn't flop around. While there is a little bit of wiggle room, I'm very comfortable with this tension because I know it's not going to slip off of the tires. But I would still get these separate tensioners. These are sold separately. The perks of having one of these is that they adjust with your chains as you drive, because when you hit rocks or ice, your chains will shift, but these will shift with them. Do this exact same process on the passenger side, and then I personally recommend driving forward or backward a couple feet just to double check that everything is in place. And if it is, then that's it for the install. You now know how to install your chains and you can hit the road. And that was a look at our Titan chains, ladder pattern, snow tire cable chains. We saw them here on our 2023 Honda CR-V.